So what's up guys, welcome back to Mr.Potter project. So I just wanted to talk about, my predictions for SDCC because it's right around the corner within a week, coming a week before Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I just want to talk about the Marvel panel and the DC panel because they don't really have much coming. So with the Marvel panel, I'm just going to straight on get into it. If they're going to say anything about their Disney Plus shows, definitely they're going to talk about X-Men 97 because that's up and coming. Like honestly, I don't even think they might talk about it because it's probably going to be released before that. I'm not sure about the release date. And then of course they have Vision Quest coming in October, and Daredevil Season 3 is currently filming, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, they haven't really talked about it since like the end of the last season, so I'm intrigued to see what's the progress on that show because it's supposed to come out in fall of this year. D23 is in a month. It's in August. Okay, it's not even a month, it's like 3 weeks. Okay, so I think at that point then they're probably going to talk about Disney Plus shows in D23. So when it comes to the juicier stuff, the movies, for Brand New Day, it's not a Marvel thing, it's a Sony thing. So I mean, of course Sony is still having their panel, so I think they will be doing their final push, their final marketing for the movie. The next movie I'm going to talk about is the X-Men movie. Yeah, there is a new X-Men movie which is going to release after Secret Wars. It's going to be in the next saga, it's the Mutant Saga. It's being directed by Jake Schreier, who directed Thunderbolts. I mean, that was a team story. He focused on like 5 or 6 people at the same time. Of course, Yelena got most of the time, and obviously Bob. I think he really did a good job in managing, better than the Eternals. So I feel like he has what it takes to do a X-Men movie, because from what I'm hearing, the X-Men movie is probably going to have like 3 or 4 main characters so far. Like they're not going to have the entire X-Men team, so it's going to be a younger cast. And so far I've been hearing a news that Adam Driver is going to be playing Magneto, and he's like 40 years old. So if you're going to get a 40-year-old Magneto, that just shocks me, because I wonder how young the cast of the X-Men is going to be. I mean, that brings me to Sadie Sink's character in Brand New Day. I think at this point it's pretty much confirmed that she's playing Jean Grey, so she is around 24. So I guess it kind of makes sense that the other X-Men characters like Scott Summers, probably a Wolverine. Okay, I'm not sure if they will bring in Wolverine because Hugh Jackman is going to do it till he's 90.
Disney brought him back. They're going to make him do this till he's 90.
Yeah. I don't know if the first X-Men movie is going to have Wolverine. Of course, they are going to have Charles Xavier, and I can't wait to see who's going to play that. Someone around Adam Driver's age. But take it with a grain of salt, because Adam Driver is still not confirmed, but he might be doing SDCC. So that's what I'm trying to say, because this movie is supposed to come out May 2028. So that means they will start filming it next year if they want to have enough time. And it's an X-Men movie, there's going to be a lot of visual effects as well. So I think it will be healthy for them to start filming at the end of this year or by February next year. And of course, it's going to be very hard to film without leaks, and they don't have a bigger stage to announce something than SDCC, so they might be announcing the cast. But the thing is, Sadie Sink is still a mysterious character, and they're probably going to keep it mysterious until Brand New Day comes out, and SDCC is a week before Brand New Day, so I won't be surprised if they only reveal the cast in D23, which is 2 weeks after Brand New Day. But honestly, I feel like they could reveal everyone except Jean Grey. If they do reveal the X-Men cast, then it's kind of obvious that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey in Brand New Day. But let's see what they do. I feel like they will talk about the X-Men, or at least announce it like they announced the Blade project. Hopefully we get a slate of Phase 7, because we are nearing the end. There's only going to be one more SDCC before Secret Wars, but honestly I won't be surprised if they do it next SDCC. Maybe they should, because I think it's better for them to settle Doomsday and Secret Wars stuff now. So with that, obviously we're gonna go into Doomsday. So okay, this is an update after the Doomsday trailer drop. So obviously SDCC is gonna have way more stuff. We recently even had the concept art, not concept art, like the first look at the entire roster in their new suits. So yeah, I think Doomsday's marketing is gonna be, very rapid. It's gonna like gain some speed now after SDCC. But so far I think Robert Downey Jr. is doing a lot for the marketing. Like he even like pulled up to Singapore on the Disney cruise and all that. He's being paid a lot. I think because I heard a rumor that he's only going to be there for like 10% of the time, like his face. Maybe he's just making up for his absence in the movie with all this marketing. But yeah, he's been pulling up to every single event, even if the Russo brothers aren't there. So it's really shocking. Like even the Shanghai event, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. all recorded a video for the audience there. So it's crazy how much he's been involved in the marketing. He's like working on the promotion of this movie more than anyone else. So that's a great thing to see, because Marvel helped him when he was in a really low point in his life, and now Marvel is in a really low point. So I think it's great to see him helping out Marvel. And this brings me to talk about Secret Wars, because we keep talking about Doomsday and we forgot that Secret Wars is coming in a year. So Secret Wars is coming next December, and I feel like they have to talk about it. Obviously there's the next SDCC, but won't they be revealing the trailer in the next SDCC? So they have to start saying something this SDCC. it's been 2 years since they announced these movies. Last SDCC was really a disappointment because they did basically nothing, so I'm hoping to see more stuff here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, because we don't know what's after the X-Men movie. Is there going to be a Shang-Chi 2? Is there going to be a Doctor Strange 3? Is there going to be a Black Panther 3? Like, we all know these movies are in the works, but they're not confirmed. But putting that all aside, I think let's talk about DC now. So DC, with the flop of Supergirl, it's been a really rough time with, you know, WB also being in so much debt and Paramount almost buying them, because the merger hasn't went through yet, but they're probably going to buy it. So they are in a lot of trouble and a lot of issues, and Supergirl underperforming is really sad. I was really hyped for Supergirl after watching Superman, and I wanted to watch it in theaters, but when I found out that the movie's kind of mid and the villain is really forgettable, I didn't really feel like watching it in theaters. And it really makes me doubt James Gunn, because when James Gunn, he was saying stuff like, we only move movies into production after we have a solid script, after we lock down a script. Obviously he was jabbing at Kevin Feige, even though he didn't directly say it. And we end up getting Supergirl as the second movie in the DCU being a mid movie. Even with Superman, it wasn't a critically acclaimed movie, it wasn't an Iron Man, and this is definitely not the Incredible Hulk that we have with Supergirl. So I think James Gunn really spoke too overconfidently, and the DCU is already, you know, on thin line. Like, Superman kind of did well, and then now with Supergirl has went down, the trust has went down. They are in a fragile situation, and Supergirl has just broken the trust. So I don't know if Clayface has, you know, enough pull to bring them all back, because we are getting a Batman villain without a Batman's origin story, and Clayface being a horror movie does interest me, so I'm really excited. But yeah, with the flop of Supergirl, they are really, I think they're trying to put the commotion into rest before they announce something. So for this SDCC panel, they're only talking about the Lantern show. They're going to bring in Carl Chandler and Aaron Pierre to talk about the show. Yeah, they're just mainly promoting the Lantern show, which I'm excited for. But the trailer, the suit in the trailer was disappointing, but it is something because Green Lantern has been a character that I like from, you know, all the cartoons and all that, and he never really got a proper representation in live action. So I'm really excited for the DCU's version of that. But after that, they're going to talk about Creature Commandos season 2. I just watched Creature Commandos like a week ago, and I think it was a really above average show. It's not a really awesome show in my opinion. Maybe it is for a lot of people, but for me it was okay, it was alright, it was fun to watch. But I think the reason I kind of didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of people would be because it was the start of the DCU. That shouldn't have started the DCU. I feel like it was a good project that could have been the second or third project in the DCU. Like, the MCU didn't even have shows until the end of the Infinity Saga, and definitely not animated shows. So to start a universe with an animated show was insane. But I like the idea. I don't think it lived up to the idea. So I don't know if them talking about season 2 is going to bring a lot of hype, because I already don't see a lot of people talking about Creature Commandos even when it came out, and definitely I don't even think a lot of people know it exists. Man of Tomorrow and the Batman, Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2 is being shot currently. I wish they talk about those, but it seems that they won't. And Matt Reeves' Batman Part 2 just got delayed, so that was also kind of sad, because it has already been delayed so many times and now they're delaying it again, and it's really sad. Also, another thing is that James Gunn's contract to head DCU ends at the end of this year or the start of next year, so I don't know if he wants to continue. But I heard that he has the opportunity to direct The Brave and the Bold, which is the DCU Batman movie. Hopefully he takes up the opportunity, because I feel like he's already gonna exit the DCU, and I think at this point he's just gonna take the paycheck and then do the movie before discontinuing as the president of the DCU. But I'm honestly okay with whatever he does, because obviously as the head of a studio, you can't be directing every single movie, because there's gonna be so many movies in the universe, and if a movie is only gonna be good if you make it, or if you ask someone else to make it and they try to make it in your style and fail at doing it, it's really hard. And maybe it's a good decision if he stops being the president and maybe just like directs a few projects here and there in the DCU and let someone else take over. Like how there's so many directors who, you know, work on many projects in the MCU, but none of them are the president, and the president has never directed a movie. I think that's what works for the MCU, because as the president you already have a lot to see and you can't be directing so many movies. Like, he directed the Superman movie, he wrote and did a lot of stuff for Creature Commandos, he's doing Peacemaker, and then now he's doing Man of Tomorrow. So he's done more projects in DCU than anyone. So I feel like maybe he could continue as either the president or as a director, and it's up to him. So yeah, but with the failure of Supergirl, it's really sad about how the fate of the DCU is going. As much as I'm a Marvel fan and I'm not really into DC, I was really hopeful for this reboot. Things were looking really bright, man. They were looking really bright with James Gunn's Superman. I wasn't even interested in watching Superman. I was never hyped for it. I watched the movie and I was like, man, this is good. James Gunn got me sold. Obviously, I like James Gunn from the Guardians movies and all the other stuff he has done, but the Superman movie really got my attention, and to see all that attention just being lost now because of a mediocre movie. It's really sad, and I still don't want to lose faith in James Gunn, but as the president of the DCU, I feel like he has lost a lot of trust. But I think there is still a lot of time for them to recover, and hopefully they make a comeback in the next SDCC. But yeah, that will be it for this video, and I'll catch you guys soon in another great video. And this is Mr. Potter Project. Peace out.
We're going to need a miracle. Hey, pal. It's not possible.